Hey guys, we're here at the On Center in Syracuse to see Five Finger Death Punch, Volbeat, Hell Yeah, and Nothing More. We got an interview with Dan Oliver, Nothing More, and we're gonna hit it. Hey, you're checking out the Booger Eating Moron channel, the YouTube presence of TomAroundTheWorld.com. We're here today in Syracuse, our hometown, at the On Center for the show with Nothing More, Volbeat, Hell Yeah, and Five Finger Death Punch. We're sitting here with Dan Oliver of Nothing More. How you doing, man?
Very well.
Glad to have you be here.
Glad to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your band, Nothing More.
Well, let's see. My name's Daniel Oliver. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. That's where the band's based out of. I met these guys a long time ago. Met our singer Johnny when he was in 7th grade. We kind of played in some of the same church bands and things like that. I'm 3 years older than him, but he was always, even at that age, he was just this like phenomenal drummer and all-around musician. And even back then when I met him, he had his band that he was pushing called Nothing More, and at the time I didn't totally dig the music, but a couple years later they asked me to join and I did, and that was back in 2005, and we started touring and never looked back.
Cool. Now, what's the meaning behind the name?
The name Nothing More is kind of a it's kind of the thought. I wasn't in the band when they named it, but it's just the idea that we're nothing more than normal people, that kind of got an opportunity to, pursue something with the same 4 guys for a bunch of years, and there is no element of fame or any godlikeness or amongst us. We're just honest dudes out here loving what we're doing.
I tell people all the time, you meet all these rock and roll guys and they're like, how do you do it? I'm like, well, part of it is I don't act like a freak when I meet them, because most of the time they're just like, they'd rather just hang out with a normal dude who treats them like a normal guy and wants to have a beer with them or just hang out. And they don't want the oh my god, it gets a little annoying, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Now, you guys self-titled major label debut. It was just released this year on 11/7 Music. But you guys have been around for some time. You guys had 5 albums before this, independently released, correct?
Correct. More like 3 full lengths and a couple of EPs. Yeah.
Okay. And how did you guys get hooked up with 11/7 Music?
It was one of those. And here's Johnny from Nothing More.
So, Johnny, how you doing, man?
What's going on, man? I'm sorry to interrupt. I gotta grab my in-ears that are right up there.
No problem, man.
Hello, everybody. I'm problem solving some technical things right now.
We'll edit this all out.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Not.
Carry on.
All right. So my question was, how did you guys get hooked up with 11/7 Music?
It was interesting. The album we're touring on now, we independently released last June after we self-produced it, and we toured on it, a lot of regional touring, some national stuff, and we had never even heard of 11/7 Music, and they just literally came to us out of nowhere, and they were the first label that had come and actually set up a showcase in LA, and gave us a record deal proposal right after, Yeah.
It's like the way everybody wants it to happen, right?
I know, exactly.
It's like the dream.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, though, because a week later we played the Aftershock Festival in Sacramento, and, we're the second band of the entire thing on the small stage. Right. It was an awesome show, but we didn't know what to expect from it, and the guy who puts on the festival, Danny Wimmer, caught the set, and a band dropped off the next day, and he was so impressed that he put us main stage at 2:30 p.m. So we, went from playing in front of 500 people to playing in front of 15,000 people in a day. And after that, everything just kind of blew open for us. There was a lot of industry there, and a big buzz was created, and a bunch of other labels came right after with proposals. But at the end of the day, after we talked with everybody, like it was 11/7's passion that really sold us to them. Like they were just totally into it.
Now, I guess my next question I was going to ask you is, like, you guys have released your independent stuff before signing with 11/7. So I was going to ask you if the new album was all new material, or if you guys were able to have the luxury of falling back on some of our more tried and true songs for your major label release. But apparently it sounds like you guys didn't do that, right? This is all new material, nothing.
It was, yeah. It was an awesome situation because we released, this 17-track album on our own, and then 6 months later it was picked up, and then a year later it was released as exactly how we released it. So we had to change. We went all out on the artwork, you know, and made like a really expensive like die cut CD slide out thing. You know, we had to go for a cheaper version of that. But other than that, they didn't touch the mix. They didn't touch the mastering.
Oh, that's
they didn't
great,
touch
man.
the track listing or anything. They literally.
I gotta give you a high five on that one too.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Nobody gets to do that, really. You know?
It was.
Usually they want to come in and go, we think this is great, but we want to tweak this, we want to change this, and they didn't change nothing. That's awesome.
Yeah, they didn't change a thing.
That's cool. Now, what is your writing process like? Do you guys have a primary songwriter, or do you guys write your music more organically through jamming during rehearsals and stuff?
Yeah, it's definitely a collaborative effort. You know, we all definitely have different strengths. Like our guitar player Mark, he's the number one just like musical idea generator. You know, like he'll come with a riff to the jam room, and that, you know, and we all do that from time to time, but that's definitely his strength, and we all kind of collaborate on that and move things around and jam until we have a piece of music that we would consider workable, and then we all kind of, you know, we make a rough demo of it and sit around the coffee table and kind of see what the music says to us, like lyrically, and then you know, we all contribute to the lyrical side too, whether it's, you know, past writings that we have each of us have on our own, or if it's a brand new idea. Kind of thing. So it's definitely a 100% shared effort.
Awesome. Now, whom do you consider to be your influences?
I mean, there's a ton of them. You know, we all like very different music, but there are these like this core group of bands that we all agree on, like Thrice or Dredge, Tool, you know, Nine Inch Nails. You know, on the lighter side, it's like Imogen Heap or Alanis Morissette, or I don't know, just it kind of goes everywhere, really.
Cool. And what's it like being out on tour? One of some of the biggest bands in metal right now. I mean, you guys are out to Five Finger Death Punch, you know, Volbeat. I mean, these guys are some big names. What's it like being out with these guys?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. You know, they're the nicest group of people, you know, from band to crew that we've ever met, you know, and just the fact that they're as successful as they are, and like as intense of groups as they are, and I don't know, it's an honor, you know, and to have them like coming up to our dressing room and like saying hi, and you know, we'll be playing, and a lot of them will pop up side stage and hang out for a couple songs, and then it's the coolest thing ever.
Now, you want to share with our viewers one of your favorite or most outrageous experiences from this tour?
From this tour, man, well, this tour is just, I think we're like a week in, maybe a week and a day, so not too much has happened, you know, and us not being in a bus, we're typically like the first out of the parking lot because we take turns driving, you know, but man, I can't think. I know.
It doesn't have to be from this tour. You can pick from any tour if you've ever had a crazy experience you want to share.
Yeah, well, one time the show in Baton Rouge, there was this crazy after party, you know, like 40 or 50 people, tons of fun, and we had to leave early that next morning to get to the next gig, and, you know, we get a text at like 10 a.m. that this one friend of ours, that he just gotten so obliterated that he passed out naked on this deck in the backyard, and you know, you just see the text message is just a picture, and it's this guy's backside with like a towel pulled down well below his butt with like this huge pile of poo. Just like he passed out naked on the porch and crapped himself.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, there were still so many people that spent the night at that place. Awful.
That's pretty funny. Now, what are Nothing More's tour plans for the remainder of 2014 going to 2015? When you guys are done with this tour, are you going off on a separate tour, or? Yeah,
this tour ends, I think, October 28th, something like that, and then we have a couple weeks off. We're heading to the UK for a 2-week tour with the Pretty Reckless and Heaven's Basement. Then after that, we'll probably do a couple 10 to 12 headlining shows in December, and then shut it down for the year. So.
Okay. All right. Well, now this is my last question. Any final words or anything you'd like to share with the fans before we sign off?
Well, thank you for all of your support. We couldn't do it without you. We're having a blast out here, and every day look forward to meeting new, wonderful people. So, thank you.
And make sure you guys check out their website. Tell them what the website.
www.nothingmore.net, and we're on Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. So just Google it.
All right. Thanks a lot for your time today, and we'll look forward to seeing the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks.